What separates the hunters from the hunted, the rulers from the ruled? It's not strength alone. It's not intelligence alone. It's the balance of two forces, the mind of a wolf and the heart of a lion. The wolf is a strategist, patient, calculated, always watching. It knows that power isn't just about force. It's about timing, precision, and control. A wolf doesn't chase every opportunity. It waits for the right one. It moves with intention, never wasting energy, never acting without purpose. In the wild, this is survival. In life, this is mastery. The lion, on the other hand, is fearless. It doesn't hesitate. It doesn't second guess. A lion walks like it owns the world, because it does. It doesn't beg for respect. It commands it. This is what separates the weak from the strong. Not just the ability to think, but the courage to act. In this book, you will learn to sharpen your instincts like a wolf, to see opportunities before they appear, to outthink your competition, to move with purpose and clarity. And you will awaken the lion inside you, the part that refuses to back down, refuses to fear failure, refuses to be anything less than dominant. This is not a book for the timid. This is not a book for those who make excuses. This is a book for those ready to take control of their lives, to stop following and start leading, to stop hesitating and start conquering. Are you ready? Because the world belongs to those who think like a wolf and live like a lion. Subscribe to never miss books like this one. Chapter 1. The Mind of a Hunter. A hunter never moves without purpose. Every step is measured, every action deliberate. The weak rush in blindly, chasing whatever catches their eye, wasting energy on battles they were never meant to fight. But a true predator waits, watches, and calculates before making its move. This is the essence of thinking like a wolf. A wolf does not chase for the sake of chasing. It studies its prey, understands its patterns, and chooses the perfect moment to strike. It does not act on impulse. It acts on intelligence. And in life, this mindset separates the successful from the stagnant. Look around you. Most people react to life instead of controlling it. They follow trends, chase validation, and live in a constant state of distraction. They waste time on things that don't serve them, never questioning why they move the way they do. But the hunter, he moves differently. He understands that his greatest weapon is not his strength, but his mind. So ask yourself, do you act with purpose, or do you simply react? The first step to mastering life is mastering your focus. A true predator sees what others miss. He knows that hesitation is the enemy, but recklessness is just as dangerous. He understands that patience is not weakness, it is power. From this moment forward, you must train your mind to see beyond the surface. Stop running toward everything that flashes in front of you. Stop making decisions without a strategy. Start thinking, planning, and acting like a true hunter. Because in this world, you are either the predator or the prey, and the choice is yours. Chapter 2. Patience is power. The greatest victories aren't won in moments of impulse. They are secured through patience, discipline, and control. The wolf doesn't chase every shadow in the forest. The lion doesn't pounce at every rustle in the grass. They wait. They watch. And when the time is right, they strike with unstoppable force. Weak minds crave instant gratification. They demand results now, refusing to endure the wait. But power belongs to those who understand that patience isn't about doing nothing. It's about doing the right thing at the right time. The strongest warriors don't fight every battle. The smartest hunters don't waste energy on the wrong prey. Every move they make is intentional because they know the truth. A single well-timed attack is worth more than 100 reckless attempts. Look at the world around you. Those who rise to the top didn't get there overnight. They played the long game. They stayed hungry, but never desperate. They mastered the art of restraint. Impatience is a weakness. It makes people desperate, makes them chase what isn't theirs, makes them jump before they're ready. It blinds them to opportunities that could have been theirs if they had only waited. But patience is what allows you to sit in the shadows, learning, growing, and preparing, so that when your moment comes, you don't just take it, you own it. Train yourself to resist the urge to rush. Observe more, react less. Know when to move and when to wait. Because the greatest advantage in life isn't just strength, it's knowing when to unleash it. Chapter 3. The art of silent strength power doesn't always announce itself. The strongest forces move in silence, unseen until it's too late. The wolf doesn't howl before the hunt. It stalks in the shadows, invisible, waiting for the perfect moment. The lion doesn't roar before the strike. It moves with quiet confidence, knowing its presence alone is enough to command fear. The world teaches people to be loud, to seek attention, to prove their worth by constantly showing it. But real strength doesn't beg to be noticed. It doesn't need validation. The most dangerous men in history didn't talk about what they were going to do. They simply did it. Their actions spoke louder than any words ever could. Look at yourself. Do you waste energy proving yourself to people who don't matter? Do you announce your every move before you've made it? Weakness is loud. It brags. It boasts. It tries too hard. But true power moves inside. It builds. It prepares. It strikes without warning. Learn to keep your strength hidden until the moment it's needed. Let your victories speak for themselves. Let your presence demand respect without a word. Because the moment you stop explaining yourself, the world will start watching. And when you finally decide to move, they won't see it coming. Chapter 4. Rules of the pack. No wolf survives alone forever. No lion rules without a pride. Power isn't just about individual strength. It's about knowing when to stand alone and when to command an army. The weak surround themselves with anyone who will have them. They seek approval, afraid of solitude, attaching themselves to people who drain them rather than sharpen them. But the strong choose their pack wisely. They understand that the wrong alliances are more dangerous than standing alone. Look at the wolves. Each one is capable on its own, but together they become unstoppable. A well-structured pack hunts with precision, each member playing a role, moving as one. And the lion, it rules because its pride follows not out of obligation, but out of respect. Your circle determines your strength. If you run with the weak, Their fears will become your fears. If you surround yourself with the aimless, their lack of direction will slow you down. But if you build a pack of warriors, people who push you, challenge you, and refuse to let you be anything less than great, your power multiplies. Choose carefully. Keep your circle small but lethal. Respect is earned, loyalty is tested, and not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Because in the end, the right pack will elevate you, but the wrong one will destroy you. Chapter 5. Lone Wolf Mentality. There will be times when you walk alone. Times when no one believes in you, when no one understands your vision, when the world tells you to quit. This is where most people break. But the lone wolf, he doesn't fear solitude. He thrives in it. Society teaches you to depend on others, to seek validation, to be part of something just to feel secure. But power isn't found in the crowd. It's found in the moments when you stand alone, when you rely on nothing but your own mind, your own instincts, your own will to survive. The lone wolf doesn't run from isolation. He embraces it, using the silence to sharpen his thoughts, to build his strength, to prepare for his next move. This doesn't mean you reject the pack forever. It means you learn to survive without one. It means you become so self-sufficient, so unbreakable, that whether you walk with many or walk alone, your power never wavers. Weak men fear being alone because they don't trust themselves. Strong men master solitude because they know that true strength comes from within. Learn to be alone. Learn to be dangerous on your own, because the more comfortable you become in solitude, the more unstoppable you'll be when the world comes against you. Chapter 6. Reading the Unseen. A hunter doesn't just see what's in front of him. He sees what others miss. The wolf tracks its prey long before the chase begins. The lion senses weakness in the herd before it moves. Victory isn't won in the moment of attack. It's secured in the moments of observation. Most people move blindly, reacting to the world instead of studying it. They see only what is obvious, never looking deeper, never questioning patterns, never anticipating the next move. But the ones who rise, they see the unseen. They read body language, tone, hesitation. They sense shifts in energy, feel opportunities before they appear, spot threats before they become problems. Power comes from perception. It's the ability to walk into a room and know exactly who's in control, who's afraid, who's faking confident. It's seeing past distractions, past illusions, past the noise. The weak speak too much, act too fast. The strong stay silent, watching, collecting information, understanding the game before making a single move. You must train your mind to be sharper than those around you. Learn to see what people don't say. Watch the way they move, the way they hesitate, the way they react when under pressure. Because in this world, the one who sees first wins, and the one who moves without seeing, he's already lost. Chapter 7. The lion's roar. A lion does not beg for attention. A declaration of dominance, confidence, and unshakable presence. The lion doesn't need to prove its power. It simply embodies it. True leaders understand that respect is not given, it is earned. But how do you earn it? By carrying yourself with unwavering confidence, by owning every room you enter, by exuding a presence so strong that people can't help but recognize your strength. The lion doesn't fear judgment. It doesn't apologize for existing. It lets its presence speak louder than words ever could. Weak men try to please others, to fit in, to downplay their own greatness. They seek approval, constantly doubting their own worth. But the strong, they stand tall, unapologetically, without the need for validation. They walk into rooms with the confidence that they belong, because they know that the power to command is already inside them. The roar is a symbol. It's not about being the loudest in the room, but being the most powerful. It's about knowing that your presence demands attention. And when you speak, your words carry weight. Your presence is your roar. Make it impossible to ignore. Because in the jungle, it's not about being heard. It's about being felt. Chapter 8. Fear is a choice. Fear isn't a force. It's a decision. It's a choice to shrink back, to allow the unknown to control you. The wolf doesn't fear the hunt. It knows that the fear is the barrier between it and its next meal, and it crosses that line without hesitation. The lion doesn't fear the fight. It doesn't fear what lies ahead, because it understands one simple truth. Fear is the enemy of progress. Most people live their lives ruled by fear. They're afraid to fail, afraid to take risks, afraid to be judged. Fear keeps them small, keeps them playing safe, keeps them locked in a cage of their own making. But the strong learn to face fear head on, to make it their ally instead of their adversary. They know that fear is a signal, not a warning to turn back, but a signal that they are on the verge of something greater. The lion doesn't wait for the fear to go away before it attacks. It doesn't wait for the perfect conditions. It roars in the face of fear and charges forward anyway. The wolf doesn't wait for the moon to be full or the forest to be quiet. It hunts when the opportunity arises. Fear isn't something to avoid. It's something to conquer. This is where most people fail. They let fear stop them before they even begin. They see the challenge and immediately retreat, convincing themselves that the risk is too high, that they aren't ready. But the truth is simple. You will never be ready. You will always feel fear. It will never disappear. And that's okay, because fear only wins if you let it. So the next time fear knocks on your door, answer it. Face it, move through it, and keep moving forward. Fear is a choice, and the choice is yours. The power of the first move. In the world of predators, the first move often decides the outcome. The wolf doesn't wait for the prey to come to it. It positions itself, studies the surroundings, and strikes when the time is right. The lion doesn't wait for the herd to scatter. It chooses its target and moves with purpose. In life, the first move is where power begins. Too many people hesitate. They wait for the perfect moment, the ideal conditions, the green light from the universe. But while they're waiting, others are already acting, already gaining ground. Success favors the bold, those who are willing to take risks, those who are brave enough to make the first move and take control of the situation. The moment you decide to take action is the moment you shift a game in your favor. Whether it's in business, relationships, or any aspect of life, waiting puts you at a disadvantage. It's the first move that sets the tone, that defines the narrative. Those who act first create the path, and those who wait are left trying to follow. The lion doesn't wait for the weak to scatter. It leads the charge. The wolf doesn't sit back and watch its prey wander. It takes the initiative. It forces the world to play by its rules, not the other way around. And you must do the same. The moment you act, the moment you make the first move, is the moment you control the outcome. Stop waiting for the perfect time. The best time is now. Move first, move fast, and the world will follow your lead. Chapter 10. The Battlefield Mindset. Life isn't a casual stroll through a peaceful meadow, it's a battlefield. Every day presents a new challenge, a new opportunity for conflict. The wolf doesn't see a threat as something to fear. It sees it as an opportunity to sharpen its skills, to assert its dominance, and to grow stronger. The lion doesn't retreat from its enemies. It faces them head-on, with unflinching resolve. The battlefield mindset isn't just about fighting. It's about strategy, focus, and the willingness to face conflict head-on. Many people shy away from the fight. They fear failure. They fear loss. They fear the discomfort that comes with conflict. But those who thrive, those who rise to the top, are the ones who understand that conflict is an essential part of success. Look around you. Every success story, every leader, every powerful individual has faced a battlefield. They've fought their way through tough situations, through doubt, through adversity. And they didn't back down. They didn't run from the fight. They faced it. And in doing so, they built their strength, their confidence, and their power. To succeed, you must embrace this mindset. You must see every challenge as a battlefield and approach it with the focus of a warrior. Stop running from what intimidates you. Stop avoiding the difficult conversations, the tough decisions, the hard work. Victory isn't handed to those who play it safe. It's earned by those who charge into the battle without hesitation. You are a warrior in your own life's battle. When you stop fearing the fight, when you stop avoiding discomfort, that's when you truly begin to win. Embrace the battlefield mindset. Face your challenges head-on and turn every battle into a victory. Chapter 11. Hunting in the Dark. The world is rarely clear, rarely predictable. It's filled with uncertainty, shadows, and obstacles that appear out of nowhere. But the wolf doesn't fear the dark. It thrives in it. The lion doesn't wait for the sun to rise to make its move. It hunts when the time is right, no matter the conditions. In life, darkness isn't a sign to hide. It's an invitation to adapt, to sharpen your instincts, and to thrive in the unknown. When you can operate in the dark, when you can make decisions, when the world seems uncertain, you become unstoppable. Most people panic when faced with ambiguity. They freeze. They hesitate. They let the lack of clarity paralyze. But those who succeeded understand that the dark is not their enemy. It's an opportunity to move without being seen, to make moves others want, to use uncertainty to your advantage. The wolf hunts in the silence of the night, using its heightened senses to track its prey. It trusts its instincts. It doesn't need to see clearly. It needs to feel the environment, to listen, to sense. The lion moves with the same confidence, knowing that darkness is only temporary and victory comes from moving despite it. So when life throws uncertainty at you, don't retreat. Don't wait for the light to shine. Move in the dark. Trust yourself. Trust your instincts. It's in the shadows that the most calculated victories are won. Because in the dark, only the prepared, the bold, and the patient succeed. Chapter 12. Unshakable confidence. Confidence is not a trait, it's a state of being. The lion walks with its head high, its chest out, knowing that it's the king of its domain. The wolf moves with the certainty of its purpose, knowing its strengths and trusting its instincts. Confidence isn't about arrogance. It's about quiet belief. It's about walking into any situation, knowing that no matter the outcome, you will be the one who determines it. Too often, people doubt themselves. They second-guess their decisions, seek approval from others, and shrink in the face of challenge. They allow the world's opinions to dictate their worth. But true confidence doesn't depend on others' opinions. It comes from within. It's the unwavering belief that you have what it takes to succeed, no matter the odds. The lion doesn't question its power. The wolf doesn't wonder if it will catch its prey. They move with certainty because they know their value. And you must do the same. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you cultivate. It's a habit, a practice, a mindset that you build every day through self-awareness, self-respect, and action. Stop doubting your abilities. Stop seeking validation. Instead, focus on building unshakable confidence by mastering your craft, honing your skills, and taking bold, decisive action. When you walk through the world with confidence, it responds. People will respect you. Opportunities will come to you, and you will command the life you want. Because true confidence doesn't need permission. It takes what it deserves. The world is yours if you walk into it with the confidence of a lion and the quiet strength of a wolf. You are enough. Believe it. Chapter 13. The strength of focus. The greatest predator is one who can block out the noise and focus solely on the task at hand. The wolf doesn't allow distractions to break its concentration. Its eyes are fixed on the goal, whether it's the next meal or the next step in the hunt. The lion doesn't scatter its energy on multiple targets. It zeroes in on the one it knows it can take down. Focus is the key that separates the successful from the distracted. The world is full of noise. Opinions, distractions, endless information. But only those who can cut through that noise, who can focus on their purpose, move forward with power. It's easy to be pulled in 1,000 directions, but the true hunter understands that distractions only slow you down, weaken your chances. When you are focused, your energy is concentrated on one thing, and that singular focus allows you to become unstoppable. The wolf's strength lies not in its speed or power alone, but in its ability to stay the course, to remain fixated on its objective until it has achieved it. The lion's might comes from its disciplined approach, waiting for the perfect moment, then acting with purpose. In today's world, where attention spans are fleeting, the ability to focus is a rare and valuable skill. But when you master it, you gain an unparalleled advantage. Whether it's in your personal life, your career, or any goal you set, focus is the foundation on which your success will stand. Refuse to be distracted. Block out the noise. Find your target and give it your undivided attention. Because in the end, it's the one who stays focused who will capture what others miss. Chapter 14. The power of persistence A wolf does not give up after a failed hunt. The lion does not abandon the chase after its first misstep. They understand that persistence is more powerful than raw talent or initial success. It is the ability to keep going when others would quit, to stay in the fight long after the energy has waned, and to continue moving forward even when the goal seems distant. The world rewards those who don't quit. The successful are not always the smartest or the most gifted. They are the ones who refuse to give up when the odds were stacked against them, when the journey was long and the path was unclear. The lion will circle its prey. The wolf will hunt in the harshest conditions, and neither of them will stop until they achieve their objective. Persistence is the foundation of every great accomplishment. It's the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. It's easy to start something, but it's the ones who can withstand failure, the ones who learn from every setback, who ultimately reach their destination. In life, setbacks are inevitable. Challenges will arise, and obstacles will block your path. But each challenge is an opportunity to prove your resolve, to show the world that nothing will deter you from your goal. The more persistent you are, the more resilient you become. And in time, your persistence will shape your success. Stay the course. Keep pushing. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how many times you fail, remember, the only way to truly lose is to quit. Persistence isn't just a trait, it's the key to unlocking your greatest potential. Keep moving forward. Chapter 15. Mastering. The silence of power, true power, is not in the noise we make, but in the quiet force we exude. The wolf doesn't announce its presence before the hunt. It moves through the forest, unseen, unnoticed, a force in silence. The lion doesn't roar when it enters its territory. It simply walks, and the land knows who rules it. Power, real power, doesn't need to be loud. It simply is. The world is full of noise. People shouting for attention, seeking recognition, fighting for their place. But the strongest don't need to scream for validation. They know their worth. They know their strength, and because of that, they don't waste their energy announcing it to the world. Their presence speaks for itself. The key to mastering this silence is self-awareness. When you understand your own power, when you know exactly who you are and what you stand for, you don't need to prove it. You don't need to perform for others. You simply exist, and in that existence, you command respect. You don't have to say a word for people to know you are a force to be reckoned with. Silence is not weakness. It is strength in its purest form. It's knowing that your actions will leave an impression long after you've gone. When you are truly powerful, you don't need to shout your value to the world. It is clear to anyone who observes. The silent ones are often the most dangerous, because they don't have to tell you what they are capable of. They simply show you. Master the art of silent power. Learn to stand tall without speaking, to exude confidence without needing approval. When you walk through life in this way, the world will come to recognize you, not because you demanded it, but because you are undeniable. Chapter 16. The Art of Strategic Retreat. The strongest don't always charge forward. Sometimes the greatest power lies in knowing when to step back, reassess, and reposition. The wolf doesn't always attack. Sometimes it waits, watching for the perfect moment to strike. The lion doesn't engage in every fight. It knows when retreating is the wisest move, gathering strength for a more decisive, victorious charge. In life, aggression isn't always the answer. Sometimes taking a step back and pausing is the most strategic decision you can make. Retreat doesn't mean weakness. It means you have the foresight to understand that timing is everything. The ability to pull back, re-strategize, and return stronger is often the difference between success and failure. There's wisdom in the art of retreat. It's not about running away. It's about knowing when the cost is too high, when the battle isn't worth fighting at that moment, and when stepping back will give you a better chance at winning later. It's about mastering patience and understanding that not every battle is meant to be fought immediately. The strongest predators are not those who fight every battle in front of them, but those who choose their battles wisely, ensuring that they have the strength to finish what they start. When the time is right, they return with precision and strike with power. Learn to recognize the moments when retreat is necessary. Don't mistake it for defeat. Sometimes, pulling back is the only way to position yourself for a greater victory down the road. The wise know that strength comes not only from action, but from the patience to wait for the right moment to rise again. Chapter 17. The Power of Adaptability. The wolf doesn't hunt the same way every time. It adapts to the terrain, to the weather, to the situation at hand. The lion doesn't follow the same routine. It adjusts its strategy based on the prey, the environment, and the timing. In the wild, survival depends on adaptability. The same holds true in life. Change is constant, and those who succeed are the ones who can change with it. The world isn't static. New challenges and new opportunities and new dynamics will always emerge. If you cling to outdated methods, if you refuse to evolve, you'll be left behind. The powerful understand this. They know that to thrive, they must be fluid, able to move with the currents, not against them. Adaptability isn't about being reactive. It's about being proactive. It's about seeing what's coming, recognizing the shifts, and adjusting before the storm hits. It's about knowing that to stay relevant, to stay in control, you have to keep learning, keep growing, and keep adjusting your approach. The best never stop adapting. They evolve. They innovate. They stay ahead. The wolf doesn't follow a rigid path. It finds new ways to hunt, new methods to survive. The lion doesn't rely on past victories. It learns from every challenge, refining its technique with every hunt. And you must do the same. Embrace change. Stay agile. Learn to pivot when needed, and never be afraid to adapt to new circumstances. The world is constantly shifting, and those who can move with it, who can adapt and evolve, are the ones who will rise above the rest. Chapter 18. The value of solitude in the wild. The wolf knows the power of solitude. It doesn't need constant company to feel complete. It spends hours in the quiet of the forest, alone with its thoughts, sharpening its instincts, listening to the rhythm of the world. The lion, too, finds moments of solitude in the vast savanna, taking time to rest, to recover, and to reflect. Only in solitude can they connect with their inner strength, to find clarity and purpose. In life, solitude is often misunderstood. People fear being alone, fearing isolation or loneliness. But in reality, it's in these quiet moments that true power is born. It's in solitude that you can hear your own thoughts, refine your vision, and reconnect with your goals. The loud world will always be there, but it's in the stillness that your greatest ideas are born, that your deepest clarity emerges. Solitude doesn't mean being lonely. It means being with yourself, learning to trust your instincts, and taking the time to grow in silence. In solitude, you have the chance to step back from distractions and truly focus on your path. It is here that you find the space to heal, to grow, and to plan your next move without the influence of others. Just like the wolf and the lion, you must learn to value moments alone. In solitude, you don't just find rest. You find yourself. You find your strength, your purpose, and the clarity to charge forward with renewed energy. Don't fear the quiet. Embrace it, because only in silence can you hear your own roar. Chapter 19. The Strength in Silence. There is power in what is not said. The wolf doesn't announce its next move, nor does the lion boast of its victories. They understand that strength is often quiet. That true power doesn't need to be vocalized to be felt. It's in the silent stride of the lion, the watchful eyes of the wolf, that their dominance is established. In a world full of constant noise and distractions, those who can embrace silence hold the greatest influence. They move with purpose, speak when necessary, and act decisively. They understand that words are cheap, but actions, the silent movements that speak louder than any shout, hold real power. The strongest individuals know when to remain quiet, to observe, and to listen. Silence is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of control. The wolf listens to the winds and uses that information to guide its next move. The lion stays still, watches, and waits for the right moment to strike. Silence gives them the clarity to make the most impactful decisions. Mastering silence is mastering your power. The ability to hold your tongue, to let your actions speak for you, to move with a quiet confidence, is what separates the strong from the weak. People may shout, they may demand attention, but the ones who remain silent are the ones who quietly shape the world around them. So embrace silence. Let it become your tool of strength. Speak when it matters. Act when necessary, and allow your presence to make the statement. In the end, silence is your most powerful weapon, for it allows you to move undetected, to observe with precision, and to strike when others least expect it. Chapter 20. Leading by example. True leaders don't demand respect. They earn it. The wolf leads its pack not through force, but by example. It shows the way through its actions, its strength, and its unwavering focus. The lion doesn't need to roar to assert its dominance. It simply leads the pride, demonstrating power through its presence, guiding others with confidence and courage. Leadership is not about asserting control over others. It's about inspiring them to follow your lead, to mirror your discipline, and to learn from your actions. In life, leadership isn't a title, it's a responsibility. It's the willingness to show up every day, to walk the path with integrity, to make decisions that reflect your values, and to lift others up as you rise. The best leaders don't talk about what they'll do. They simply do it, and others follow. It's through their actions that they inspire, motivate, and create change. When you lead by example, you teach others without saying a word. Your consistency, your resilience, your ability to stay grounded in your purpose, all of these qualities influence those around you. People watch the way you handle challenges, the way you treat others, and the way you respond to setbacks. You show them what it means to be truly strong, to lead with wisdom and patience. Leadership is about influence, not authority. It's about inspiring others to become their best selves, to take on challenges they never thought possible. Like the wolf, you don't need to control the pack. You lead by being the best version of yourself, Like the lion, you don't need to force your dominance. Your presence, your actions, and your unwavering strength are enough to inspire others to follow. Be the leader who leads by example, and others will naturally follow. In the end, true leadership isn't about commanding. It's about becoming the kind of person others want to emulate. Lead with integrity, with purpose, and with strength.